Mr. Dave?
Yeah, that's me, the Ed. What's going down tonight?
Nothing. I hear you got a lot of different topics going on. You got a lot of stuff on your plate.
I do, yeah. I wish I had some pizza on my plate. You know what I'm saying, the Ed?
I had pizza 2 nights ago.
Is that right? Wow.
It was good.
What kind of toppings did you eat?
I had the sausage on it, the pepperoni, the onions, the green pepper, and the ham, and the extra cheese. It was good.
So there was a lot of stuff on there, in other words.
They just put a whole mess of stuff. They said it was the works. I said,
the works.
You got to work to put all that toppings on there, it seemed like.
Ah, very nice. Been nicely played, Ed. Hey, Ed, by the way, before we talk more about that, I know you're new to the city of Pittsburgh, but who would you say, I mean, you obviously are a sports fan. You're aware of the great history of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who would you say is their best quarterback in history? Because it's the 75th anniversary, and they have a poll now to vote for the best players at each position. We're also talking about who is the worst at each position in Steeler history. First of all, you have a vote for best and for worst.
Well, once you start talking about it, I got my little box of football cards out, because I've been collecting football cards for a long, long time. I got cards from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. Don't have the 3000s yet.
No, those won't be out for quite some time yet. Yeah, I don't even. To be honest with you, I hate to be.
In 1978, I looked on the back of this football card. This man completed 56% of his passes, 28 touchdowns, and 20 interceptions.
Not a bad year in spite of the high interception total. Can I take a guess who that is?
Yeah.
Terry Bradshaw.
Who?
Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought I would be right with that. That was arguably the greatest football team of all time, the 1978 Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't know if the greatest of all time. We had the Colts.
Well, you were around back then. You must have been watching them. Were you out in Vegas by that point?
I wanted to get a bone with you anyway. Listen.
You want to get a bone with me? All right.
I'm going to tell everybody in Pittsburgh what you said last year.
Last year? What did I say?
You did not pick the Steelers. You picked the Broncos.
Well, that's definitely not true, the Ed. That's absolutely.
That's the most definite. It's true.
The Ed listened, and as a matter of fact, by the way, the Ed, I don't know if you heard earlier, well, I guess you said you were listening to the show. You remember when you were living in Vegas last year, and I would be on the Adam Carolla show. Adam Carolla is going to be on in just a little bit on this show.
Can I talk to him?
Well, when he's on, sure. If you call back, that'd be great. Yeah, I mean, maybe you can call back and say a hello to him. He hasn't probably heard from you in a while. He's probably thinking about you.
He probably don't remember me because I used to call him too, but he probably don't remember, though.
No. You were one of our favorite callers, the Ed. Yeah, of course he'd remember you. Yeah, you're always fun to talk to. Listen,
I got a bad quarterback. Listen, you don't know who the worst quarterback is.
Who?
I'm not going to tell you the year, but the man played in 13 games in this year. He only completed 38% of his passes. That has to
all right, I don't like where this is heading.
He only got 6 touchdowns and 24 interceptions.
All right, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Big Ben Roethlisberger, but he had some troubles.
No, I'm not. No, I am not.
Who are you talking about?
1970, a man named Terry Bradshaw.
Oh, I thought you were saying...
Awful.
Well, but he was a rookie. I mean, he was a young guy. It was his first...
It don't matter. He's the worst of all time as a quarterback.
Well, but how could he be if he's the best of all time? He's the Steelers' best of all time is what I'm saying.
The stats don't lie.
Well, no, he's not the worst. I mean, I understand where you're talking. He was very bad early in his career, though, but you understand. Life is long, right, the Ed?
Huh?
It's a long life, you know. You have your ups and downs in life.
Sometimes you can be the best, but sometimes you just got to be the worst.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I think we agree on that. But let me just clarify something. Last year, because this is one of the proudest things I've ever done in my entire life, Ed, along with winning 3 straight Connect 4 titles back in the mid-'90s. I won, the game Connect 4. I mean, maybe you don't know that, Ed, but either way, I won 3 straight Connect 4 tournaments.
That's a different game to stand straight in the air.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I won that, and it's that maybe is my proudest achievement in life. But maybe second best was in the '05 playoffs, 2 Januaries ago. I went 11-0 in the postseason, 11-0 against the spread. You know that. You're a gambling man. I went 11-0 against the spread. No one else who has ever done that? Not Jimmy the Greek, not Danny Sheridan, not nobody, the Ed.
Why would you say something like that? You know good and well you did not pick no games like that.
I picked 11-0. I really gained a head of steam when I said that the Steelers, and it wasn't me just because I like the Steelers. I said that 10 points was too many to go into Indianapolis, and the Steelers were going to rebound. They weren't going to get embarrassed like they did the first time when they played in the dome there, and they won that one. Then I picked them. I think they were getting a half point, if I'm not mistaken, or a point in Denver. I took the Steelers to win that, and obviously I took them to win the Super Bowl. But it wasn't just the Steeler games. It was every game in the postseason last year. 2 postseasons ago. I went 11-0 against the spread. And you, how dare you call up this show?
How much money did you win?
It doesn't make a difference how much money I won. I picked them against this.
You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
I made a lot of money off of it. What's that? That doesn't make anything. The point is that I picked the games.
Who else knows about this?
Well, I was on the radio. What are you talking about? Who knows about this?
I never heard of that.
Well, when Adam Carolla gets in here, I will ask him, and he will confirm it for you.
He might.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he will, as a matter of fact. He will. As a matter of fact, I won.
You're not going to win opening day, I can guarantee you that, because I know you're going to bet on the Steelers, and they ain't going to win.
Well, listen, first of all, it's a little too early to start figuring out what the point spread on that first game up in Cleveland's going to be. But I'm pretty confident the Steelers are the better team, and we'll see how it goes. And plus, it's the start of the Coach Tomlin era. The kids will be wanting to impress the new coach there. So I think they'll come out with fire in their eyes to make a statement to Coach Tomlin. So first of all, that's one thing. And the second thing is, the other thing I will talk to Carolla about is he had to pay me $8,000 because I bested him picking against the spread last football season.
I think you still owe me like $8.20.
I don't think so. I don't remember what I would possibly owe you any money for. But either way, Ed, we got to take a break. But please call back because I'm sure your old friend Adam would love to hear from you. Will you do that? What do you want to talk to him about?
I'm just going to say hi. See,
all right, perfect.
Remembers who I am because
I bet you he will.
I kind of remember him.
Okay, good. Well, all right. Well, that'll be nice for you guys to be reunited. All right, Ed, call back and maybe you'll talk to them a little bit and we'll see what's going on. All right, Ed, thanks for checking in and hopefully we'll talk to you in a little while here. Ed, you're back on the Sports Contraption. What's going on, Ed?
It's the Dave.
Yeah, it is. Hey, Ed, I'm sure you remember him. You remember Adam Carolla, right? When you were living in Vegas, you used to call into the show all the time.
Yeah, I remember Adam. He was a good friend.
Yeah, the Ed. I miss him.
How you doing, Adam?
Great to speak to you, Ed. You know, I don't have many friends of color. I won't call it a policy, but it's more of a something my folks taught me many years ago, and I respect their memory by living by. But the Ed, he was one of the good ones.
Yeah. What's going on tonight, Ed? It's Friday night. The Pirates just won the game. I see here, and what do you want to say to Adam?
Do you still got your show in Las Vegas?
Yeah, still out in
okay.
Las Vegas.
All right, yeah, I'm over here in Pittsburgh now. It ain't like Las Vegas was, but now we're doing a lot of big things here.
Mm-hmm.
Having a good time.
Did you move out there because Dave went out there, or is that just serendipity?
No, my son got transferred in his job. He's a telemarketing consultant, and he got moved over there. I'm wishing he'd move back, though, because I don't really like this city too much.
Don't say that, Ed. You found Ed, is a man of 54. He's now with a 27-year-old woman.
Oh, man. Mazel tov, as your people would say, Ed. Mazel tov. I found Pittsburgh to be delightful. Perhaps it's because the expectation bar was set almost on the ground before I entered the Steel City, but Dr. Drew and I had a chance to go there some years ago, and we both were enchanted by the city.
Speaking of, you know what, Ed? Hey, thanks for calling in, Ed. We'll talk to you sometime next week, but time is running very short with
Great
Carolla.
to talk to you, Ed. Yes.
Be well, Ed.